to kick off this Friday celebration, I'm going to be making a sweet and sour sipper, all right? This is how we do it. Now, this might be a little too tart for some people, but it ain't never too tart for your baby right here, all right?
Oh,
Let me
okay.
say, you just mix up 2 ounces of bourbon.
We got some brown looking
1.5
drinkers.
ounces of lemon syrup. That gets you something. Then you get 1 ounce of lemon juice. You pour it over rocks, and then you shake it up like Jeannie said. Shake, 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 shake.
Get it, Lonnie, get it, get it. Yes.
I got on this vegan lever. You know how that is. You pour it over some, you pour it over this cubed ice, like this.
Ooh, Lonnie, yes, make it fancy.
I like
yes.
a big cube of ice.
Me too.
Aesthetically, it makes the drink look so chic.
I know, I like it. Then you garnish it with just some lemon and blueberries, put in your little paper straw, and you have a drink.
Paper straw. Save the trouble.
Girl chat.
Save the
All right.
trouble.
Cheers, ladies. Happy Friday. Cheers. Cheers, Daryl. Okay, who's getting us started?
All right, first up, actress Pamela Anderson got everybody talking after she got married for the 4th time.
Oh, damn.
Only to end that marriage 12 days later.
Oh, what could happen in 12 days?
Hey, man.
He got on her nerves. That's what happened.
It even sparked a debate on Good Morning Britain, where author Gemma Forte claimed that marrying multiple times makes a mockery of marriage. But on the other hand, some people think you have to kiss a lot of frogs before you find your prince. So, ladies, do you think there should be a limit when it comes to marriage?
Can't you kiss them and not marry them?
That's what I say.
Kiss a lot of frogs, just don't marry them. No?
Wait, I want to clarify.
Okay.
I don't mean like you have a personal limit. Like, do you think there should be like a sanctioned limit? Like the same way that exactly, like a president can only serve 2 terms. Do you think there should be a limit to how many times you can get married?
No.
I can't
I
force
don't
that
think-
on people. I think the only person that really needs to consider what they're doing is the person that wants to marry the person that's been married like 8 to 11 times, you know?
Sure.
Elizabeth
No,
Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor, right. Well, she
Times.
married one guy twice, so I don't know if that counts.
No, but
Just
they
saying.
said Elizabeth Taylor would only marry the guy she would only marry if they would sleep with, allegedly.
What?
So that's why she got married so many times.
She
So
don't
she
sleep with
married
them.
every man she ever slept with. So, fun fact, guys. Think about this. Each of you do the math in your heads. For every man you've ever slept with, that would be how many marriages you had. What's your body count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It gets difficult then, doesn't it?
Yeah,
But
I say do it until you get it right. That's what I say. You know, I don't think it should be no. To answer your question, I don't think it should be some type of law or something like that. Do it until you get it right.
Yes, I
Every
agree.
situation
I think
is
it's your
different.
right. It's your right to do it until you get it right. However,
Oh, Lord, here we go.
You can't just go out there asking every person that feels cool to marry you. It takes so
I
much.
agree.
It just doesn't go like that. And not only that, you owe the rest of your people, your friends, your guests, your family members that have been buying you gifts every time you've given them a wedding announcement, the due diligence to spend time with this partner. Get to know them. Throw through some challenging situations. Have them meet your friends. Have them meet your family members. And spend time. Then there's no rush to ever have to get married.
Yeah,
I'm going one
I
way.
mean, so great. If I make it personal, you know, if there was a guy that I was dating and I found out that he had been married like 7, 8 times, there are 2 things that I would think.
Okay.
One, I would think, ooh, does he really take marriage seriously?
Yes,
Is this
yes.
something that he just like jumps into? And man, he must be a poor picker. Like he doesn't know how to make really important decisions. And I feel like in life, you really have to know how to do that.
Yeah, but I think sometimes people get married, they get married young. Sometimes they get married for religious reasons. Sometimes they get married for
But
the wrong
11
reasons.
times? 8 to 11 times?
No, but I know people, it hasn't been that many, times, but I know some people that are very religious. And their whole thing is they won't sleep with someone unless they're married with them.
True, but I just can't see
Trying to get
someone
the
doing
bond.
that.
That's not
Like-
a reason to get married.
Yes.
No, it's not,
No,
but
you
it
know,
happens.
It does.
I'm saying
It
that's what
absolutely does happen.
Yeah.
But those people I feel like usually stay in those type of marriages. I don't feel like the religious people will be the ones to get married, break up, get married,
Well,
break up, get married, break up, do that 11
Fun
times.
fact.
11 times?
No, not 11
Yeah.
times. My mom's actually been married 3 times. My mom first got married for religious reasons because she had
lost her virginity to this young man, and they made her feel like she was no longer going to be wanted by anyone. So they pretty much told her she should marry this guy because she was unclean or whatever you want to come up with. That actually lasted for less than a year, and it was annulled. Then she married my father, and they were married for 22 years.
Oh.
So I'm low-key grateful for a second marriage, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here.
Okay.
And at the same time, then I say, okay, her second marriage didn't work out. She clearly put a lot of years into it, really tried to make it work. And then I look at her third marriage, and I can't imagine my Papa Joe not being in my life, and I can't imagine my mom not finding that happiness with him.
And
so that's what makes me be like, and she's been with him for 24 years.
See, that's good. And sometimes,
That's
if you
like
make it a
3,
law,
4.
then
Yeah.
something would happen. Because you got to make exceptions to the law. Because things happen where some people have to be multiply married. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it to be a law. There was this guy, though, who was a minister. He has since passed away in 1997. His name was Glen Scotty Wolfe, who was married monogamously 29 times. And his shortest marriage was 14 days.
What happened?
I don't know. He was a minister, but that's what I'm telling
Did
you.
they say
Sometimes-
why? Oh,
Yeah.
well, as a
Like-
minister,
Yeah.
Like what? Because sometimes, I mean,
Yeah, things happen.
Someone may pass
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Someone may cheat.
I do
someone...
really
Right.
think, though, that...
Or he was just shady.
Yeah, that too. But
Yeah.
I think marriage counseling is such a good idea for couples, even if
Yes.
you haven't considered marrying yet. That just saves some time because they ask the hard, burning questions that you won't always ask. Another great way to get to know your date, if you want to marry them, is to actually go to the movies, right? Get to know each other, see what kind of movies you like together, spend that quality time. But according to Christine Hamilton, munching on popcorn with your movie makes you selfish. Okay, get this.
What?
So Christine was on Good Morning Britain when she said all snacks and food should be banned from movies because they're disruptive and unfair to viewers.
Who is this person?
Okay, so check it out. Christine also said...
Christine.
She said the only exception to Christine's blanket ban is a cough drop to keep coughing to a minimum.
Christine, stay home.
Christine
Christine,
loves to watch
Netflix
movies
and
at
chill.
home by herself.
Imagine
Netflix.
for a second, man, if you
Netflix
went
and chill.
to movies with your friends or on your dates, could you imagine cutting out all food or drink?
Okay, let me say this. Now, y'all know, because I've been to a Magic Johnson theater or two, and we do be wildin'. I have absolutely brought an entire bucket of chicken into a Magic. I'm not proud of it. I don't consider it to be proper theater etiquette. However, I've seen someone pull out a whole plate of collard greens at a movie. I think the smell. I think it's too smelly. But popcorn, like this is like a part of the theater experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I will say this though. I don't like when people are hella loud with the rappers.
Yes. And then there's people who are loud smackers. There are people loud eaters. That's a little serious, right?
Yeah.
But never could you remove food and drink because I judge theaters on the food and the drink and the candy that they have there.
That's why I am obsessed with iPick or any other movie theater that actually not only lets you order amazing food, but they also have a full bar. Have you guys seen? That's amazing. I feel like that makes my theatrical experience that much more on so many levels. You know, I'm just putting this out there. When you're just simply watching a screen, you need something to do. I low-key feel the same way about church, but we're not gonna get into that. I would love a good concession stand. If I have to watch you speak, I would low-key... Don't tell me there's not anything worse than starving in church during a service.
Wait. You want to have a concession stand
I would not be
church.
mad at it. I would not be mad
That's
at
what
it.
the bake sale is
I was
for.
about to say, they usually have something before church A. You get coffee
No, our
and
churches only
muffins,
have coffee now.
And
What would
then
you want?
after.
Your church doesn't have Krispy Kremes?
No.
No.
Oh my God, those are the best
I want a Krispy
churches.
Kreme right now.
Like while you're in the service or
Yeah.
before or after?
I used to sneak
Before.
sweet tarts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? No, I literally be...
What would you want
I had a
as your
bodega
concession
right
stand?
next to the service, the church that I used to go to. Shout out to PCC where I grew up in LES. And there was a bodega there, and I would go get like popcorn. I would be sneaking it in my bag,
Now-
or just a roll.
Popcorn with
a
the
butter,
Lord?
A buttered roll. You know, from the bodega
I'm
in
not
the
mad at this
aluminum.
idea,
And there
Adrian.
was a buttered roll, and I
Oh,
just
no.
pull out little pieces.
I'm not mad at this idea.
And
No.
you went to a Pentecostal
communion.
church, right? You went to a Pentecostal church.
Sure did.
I went to a Pentecostal church, and man, those services are long.
Led by the Spirit.
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours.
3.5. That's easy.
Yes,
no,
so I'm
5 hours.
starving.
Yes.
I'm bringing my buttered roll in
Okay,
the
I
aluminum
see.
in my
No,
purse.
you go downstairs where the bake sale is because you're raising money
4
for the
hours
church
later?
fund. No, you go while church service is going in, and you come back and you do your little thing. But what would you want on your concession stand? I'm still
Okay,
fascinated
I want
by
buttered
this.
rolls, if that makes people feel like that's a
Rolls
part of
at
communion.
church.
I want
Okay.
It's still a bread. We breaking bread. The word of God is our daily bread. I also am a carboholic, so that works. I'm not mad at popcorn, but yo, in my church,
In the
we were so
morning
strict.
or 11. You have 11.
I would
Yeah.
actually donate to put a hot dog
For
on a stick
matinee.
stand in the front of the church for sure.
Boom, I'm
hot
into
dog
it.
on a stick with some strawberry lemonade.
Give me a vegan one.